What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire, as always, spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. Want to get into some football real quick. Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. We got a standoff going on here. What's going to happen with him, the Ravens, and the NFL? Let's talk about it. Action Jackson. Although he's not getting much action from the NFL right now, these teams are stalling him out. Now, we can't prove anything, but it sure looks like, it appears that these teams have an understanding right now that we're not making no deal with Lamar. I don't want to hear that he has missed games the last 2 years. His style of play isn't conducive to what teams want. His style of play led to Baltimore being a formidable team in a tough division for many years that he's been playing. He's been in the league 5 years, and they've been competing with this guy. And he's been to the playoffs. He's only won one game so far, but he's put them in the playoffs. He's been a league MVP. Lamar Jackson is one of the best quarterbacks in football. In my opinion, you've got Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen. Those are the guys where I'm like, okay, they're better than Lamar Jackson. After that, it's tough to say. You can make a debate for people, but he right there in the mix, easily top 10, right there in that mix with a Herbert, a Hurts, a Deshaun Watson before his whole situation went down, and what they're hoping to see from him, I'm sure, this year, after having played a few games last year and having this whole offseason to get himself together. But even that, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson is right there with him. So he's arguably anywhere from 5, easily in your top 10. He can throw the football, even though they try to say he can't. He's had very accurate throwing years. And he's obviously the best running quarterback in the history of the league, per the numbers, just what it says. Whatever you want to say, he's better than Michael Vick, better than Cam Newton. The list goes on. Lamar Jackson is that dude when it comes to running with the football. You put him on the San Francisco 49ers, and it might be like KD going to the Warriors. We talking about unfair to teams. In the Super Bowl, no question, with that style and those weapons. And that's the thing. They talk about his style. They say he's injury prone and try to mask that with the reason as to why he hasn't been talked to by teams, according to reports, and why the Ravens are giving him the franchise non-exclusive tag and not the exclusive. But it really don't make sense. It doesn't jive for a guy of his caliber and his level of play. He's shown to be a winner for the most part. Even though he hasn't won a Super Bowl, he's been a winning quarterback in the regular season that can make you a contender for a Super Bowl just by his presence. And we know that because he hasn't had the weapons that a Hurts has had or Herbert has had. And he's had as much success or more, with the exception of Hurts this year getting all the way to the Super Bowl. But he's done better than Herbert with less talent on offense. So we'll see what happens. These teams, it looks like collusion, smells like collusion, but we can't prove it. And the issue with it is, the reason it looks that way is because teams aren't even talking to him. Yes, there's the understanding that nobody wants to give a fully guaranteed, and that the Cleveland Browns were an outlier. They were desperate. The teams don't like that they did that for Deshaun Watson. But they did what they needed to do to get the guy they wanted in the store. Now, what will teams do for Lamar Jackson? he's certainly worth more than what Kyler Murray got at $189 guaranteed. And hopefully, regardless of the fact that he don't have an agent, because they're trying to hold that against him too, Lamar is going to be willing to get and set a precedent on his money, and he should. And guys who have been injured have gotten big-time deals coming off of big injuries like Dak Prescott, and he's better than him. And this guy, Lamar Jackson, it's not like you got to give him a fully guaranteed contract so much as make sure he gets guaranteed more money than Kyler Murray, and arguably right there with Deshaun Watson, maybe give him $1 more. And then other stuff on the back end. But whatever it's going to be, it's got to be more than $133 million that they offered guaranteed, that the Ravens supposedly offered, according to Lamar Jackson and his camp. And Lamar, them not wanting to meet, it is a little bit of a disadvantage that he hasn't had an agent, so he might not know certain people in certain organizations to talk to get these deals moving and done. But teams could reach out to him if they really wanted to, but they not. And that's why I'm saying the collusion thing, because it looks and appears like it, because they won't even throw an offer his way, according to reports. They can change that, and maybe they will coming up. Can't wait to see. But if they at least throw some numbers out there, talk some business with him, and then let him turn it down if they're not offering enough, and let him say what he wants. But if you don't even negotiate with this man, being somebody who's a stud like he is at the most important position in the league, just looks bad. And I hope that Herbert and Burrow follow in his footsteps and put pressure on these guys too, so we can see how they react with them, because that'll be a telltale sign. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know what you're looking for. J-Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or hit the bell. Get at me in the comments. Let's go back and forth. YouTube, of course. Instagram, @TheVaultJMU414 on Twitter. And also, what's up, TikTok? I'll holler at y'all next time.